All right, Shalom. We are the Hebrew Israelites. We come out week in and week out to prophesy the downfall of Babylon the Great, also known as the United Snakes of America, where great death and tribulation has gone on to God's chosen people, the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel, okay? Starting with the Native American Indians that were over here chilling, kicking it, and then somebody came over here and started slaughtering them and stealing their land, okay? And if the American Indians are God's chosen people, and that was done to them, is not God mad about that? Is God going to let that slide? Or is he going to do something about it? All right. Well, that's what this Bible is talking about. All right. And from the top, it was God that did that to his own people. Why? Because they didn't keep their end of the bargain with the commandments. So what did he do? He punished them. And he used a certain people to do that. Right? But does that mean that those people get off willy-nilly, scot-free with what they did? No. No. All right? So we come out here week in and week out to wake up our people, the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel, right? To get you to repent, to acknowledge your offense, and to pray for forgiveness and get back in the ordinances that are in this Bible, what they call the commandments, all 613, all right? And when I speak of the 12 tribes of Israel, specifically I'm talking about you Negroes, Latinos, Native American, Seminole Indians, and you speckled birds, right? God's chosen people. How do you know you're dealing with God's chosen people? Because God is punishing them for not keeping the commandments that he gave to Moses out in the Sinai desert. All right? It said that they would go into slavery, they would be mistreated, that their heritage would be taken away from them for a period of time. Right? Well, guess what? That period of time is over now. And now it's time for things to be restored to their natural place, which is for the children of Israel to be in rulership of the world, okay? And those that are in rulership now, for them to be last, for them to catch hell, for them to go into slavery, and to pay for all the crimes that they have committed upon the face of the earth. What crimes? Well, let's check the record. All right? Let's go back as far as Iraq. What happened in Iraq? The Iraqi War. And simultaneously, the Afghani War. What happened to those people in those lands? Well, a formidable force, went over and bombed and strafed the fuck out of those lands, took the land over, stole the land, right? Under the Taliban, poppies were being eradicated over in Afghanistan, right? And somebody said, oh, wait, we have to stop that. So what did they do? They pulled Pat Tillman out of the NFL and put him in a United States Army uniform, sent him over there as a hero. And you know what Pat Tillman did? Pat Tillman found out what the fuck was going on in Afghanistan. He said, hey, we're over here killing these people, stealing their lands, and forcing them to continue to grow poppies so that all of America could be high on fentanyl and heroin And opioids. There's something now called the opioid crisis. Where did that come from? Well, it came from all the dope that was being manufactured in Afghanistan. Okay? So a certain people, here's what they do. They come over to a certain land that doesn't belong to them. They kill all the people, steal the land, and steal the natural resources out of the land. Now somebody's got a track record going all the way back into antiquity of doing that. They did it right here with the native. You know how much gold was right here in this land? That what was once called Turtle Island, what you know as North America or the United Snakes, was once called Turtle Island. Okay? And somebody came over here and started slaughtering all the indigenous people that were here. Today, those people are in very few number on what they call reservations, right? And somebody did that. Who did that? Well, the original red men, okay? The red man did that. What red man? Well, the guy with the horns on his head, the pitchfork, and the tail. What color is he? He's red. What's his name? The devil, the deceiver, the liar, the murderer, the thief. Okay? And every word out of his mouth is a lie. Like this one right here. All men are created. We hold these truths to be self-evident that all men are created equal while you niggers are over here in slavery. Okay? It don't apply to you, but all men are created equal. That bullshit was written while my people were being enslaved and being hung by trees and whipped every day in the cotton field. Who did that? The original red man. Okay? The original red man will swear up and down that I'm black. Oh, well, you're black. Well, guess what? Nobody is the color black, and nobody is the color white. I'm clearly brown. I'm brown like the Native American Indian, like the Latinos. I'm clearly brown because nobody is the color black. All right? Nobody is the color white. That's a goddamn lie. Go look in the mirror. If I look in the mirror, I'm clearly brown, not black. And anybody calling themselves white, you're a liar because you're not the color of your t-shirt. Your cool white tee, you're not that color. You don't know your colors. You don't know your primary colors because you're so full of bullshit and lies. You actually believe that you're white and nobody's white. You're actually red because your blood is showing forth through your translucent skin. You know what that word translucent means? It means see-through. So first and foremost, all praise is due to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Rakal Kadash. Double honors to the elder apostles of GMS and the elder bishops of GMS and the elders that came before them that taught us his truth. And shalom and salutations to all the brothers out pushing the word of truth and in sincerity, the hopeful elect tabernacle of David. Now, what we're going to do today is we're going to discuss this truth, right? The truth that's in the Bible. Okay? Whether you hear or whether you forbear. And here's the thing, right? God, whose name is Yahweh, right, is in control of everything. And there's nothing that happens on the face of the earth that God did not want to happen. So if you find yourself within earshot of this truth, you were supposed to hear it. You're exactly in the exact spot that you're supposed to be so you can hear this truth. Even if you wanted to turn on a little recorder and record this truth, right? That's what the Most High wanted to happen. If he wanted to send the CIA or the FBI to hear this truth, that's exactly what he wanted to happen. Is that going to stop the plan of the Most High from coming to fruition? No. Everything is supposed to happen. The guy that they call Jesus, right? The original angry black man, right? With the woolly hair and the dark brown skin, who's coming back to set this place on fire and to redeem his people, not all people, not anybody that believes on it. That's a lie too. Okay? He's coming back to redeem his people. Well, who are his people? The 12 tribes of the nation of Israel. You Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, Seminole Indian, and Speckled Bird. Coming back with great firepower to destroy this. See, you got some proud ass motherfuckers out here that think they can't be beat, right? Oh, America, hoorah, and all that bullshit. Hey, the Russians will whoop the motherfucking Americans ass and are about to do so. Okay, because the Russians are tougher than the bitches and punks, all right, and LGBTQs in the military over here in Babylon the Great. And that's just the plain old truth. They laugh. The Russians laugh at the American military in dresses. People go to the military in America today so that they can get a sex change, so they can switch their gender identity and be able to pay for it through the military, right? So the Russians are laughing. They can't wait to come over here and cut some throats. They say something about the truth. The truth hurts, right? To some people, the truth is a beautiful thing. And to some people, they don't want to hear that. They don't want to deal with the truth. So they live in lies, all right? They live their entire life in lies. Anybody that has eyes to see can see that America is on its last leg. Not because I say so, not because I hate America. Well, you hate America. Well, shouldn't I? Ask a Native American, right, if he hates America, if he hates what was done to his people, if he hates living on the reservation, if he hates being in subjection. Ask him that. Or is he supposed to love his captivity? Is he supposed to love his captor? Is he supposed to love his slave master? What's the answer to that question? No, he hates him with a vengeance. Oh, but you can't hate me. You can't hate me. That's hate. You're preaching hate. Well, guess what? Guess what I know? I know that you hate me. Not only do you hate me, you hate the truth. When that truth comes out on your ass and it's stinging you, right? That truth be stinging a motherfucker's ass. You know why? If you go rape, rob, and murder a whole country, steal the land from the people that were there, what is your biggest fear? Your biggest fear is this, that it's going to happen to you. That same shit you did one day is going to come back on your ass. That's your biggest fear. That truth, boy, Hey, the wicked flee when none pursueth. See? Here's the good news of the day. Recompense. All right? Payback. That's the good news of the day. And nobody can stop that. Oh, well, let's round up a posse and go kill this nigger. And then it'll all go away. We don't have to worry. Don't worry, let's just go kill this nigger. It'll all go away after that. Yeah, see, the Edomite sitting right here, he had to get the fuck up and leave because the Spirit of the Lord jumped on his ass. He had to walk away. All right, so let's see what the Spirit does now. Is the Spirit going to go into what I thought I was coming out to speak on until the devil's sitting there ear hustling? And he had to get his punk ass up and leave. He's shocked right now. I'm going to sit here and listen to what this nigga got to. I'm like, yeah, you are. How's that for an introductory dissertation? All right, that's called the Spirit of the Lord. So where are we? Okay. Where are we now? It's the book of 2 Corinthians, chapter 4, verse 8. All right? Because here's what's going on. You got many components to the master plan of this fucking devil. All right? The so-called white man Esau, the Edomite, scrambling to hold on to control of his empire, which is sinking real fast. All right, let's look at some of the components. All right, you got the World War III component. All right, which we'll go into detail. You have the economic or the monetary component. Okay. You have the food component. All right. You have the weather component. Okay. Now, and there are many more components to this thing that are all compartmentalized, meaning separated so that nobody can see the whole plan. Okay? Now this devil, right, he has his master plan. Okay? But in reality, he's just a puppet for the Most High. So the Most High is making this devil, right, implement his plan while he's really doing the bidding of the Most High. The Most High is destroying the world as we know it. All right? Now, he made this devil believe that here's the way that I can extend my rulership on the planet Earth. First, I have to destroy or bring chaos, and then I'll bring a phoenix out of the ashes. That's his way of doing things. Okay? Order out of chaos. Okay? Those are the rules. These are the protocols of the so-called illuminated ones, right? They have their way of doing it. Part of their way of doing things is they have a code, a moral code, if you will. Part of their wicked ass, left-handed, Faustian code of ethics, right, is they have to show you what they're doing and then lie about it. They have to hold up the truth and say, that's not the truth. Pay no attention to that man behind the curtain, okay? He doesn't really exist. That's just a conspiracy theory, okay? That's part of their magic, their witchcraft. They have to, in order to achieve your goal, on the left-hand side, you must show your prey like a vampire, right? A vampire cannot suck your blood unless you consent to it, all right? You have to say, yep, I'm good with it. And then he'll suck it. Legally, he's able to perform his wickedness. You gotta invite, a vampire gotta invite you into the house, and then he can suck your blood. That's the protocols of a vampire. So these devils, they gotta show you what they're doing, right? They have to say things like, well, on December the 13th, we're gonna take away all money and put it on a digital format, let's just say that, right? And Jacob's like, yeah, whatever. It'll never happen, right? But they told you. So that when they do it, and see, there's a whole backstory to, on December 13th, we're going to do some shit that doesn't even matter. In the large scheme of things, right, that little tiny component, right, goes into, when you put all the pieces of the puzzle together, it goes into some real nefarious shit. Okay, so we got the World War III component. We got the weather component. We got the food component. The monetary component. Okay? What are they doing? You put all of these compartmentalized pieces together, what does the whole picture look like? It looks like, then shall I slay my brother Jacob. Okay? Coming to get you, which is why this Edomite had to run. He's like this, I can't hear any more of that. Either I'm going to turn around and engage this guy, which he's clearly ready. He's got both barrels loaded. What you going to do? What you going to do, devil? You're sitting there within earshot. You only got one thing you can do. Okay? You're already confounded. Edomite like this. Well, I'm gonna go round up a posse. Nigga, you gotta finish this community service first. And then when they let you go, you're gonna be so glad that you're not in slavery no more for 5 seconds. Your whole plan is gone. You know that the Most High is dealing with you. I told you the Most High sat your ass there so you could hear this. And I was about to get to Revelation 13:10, right? Isaiah 14:21 on that axe. But anyway, these component parts, right? That only, it seems as though, only the men of the Lord can see. And you got people out in garments and fringes that their sole goal is to be somebody on YouTube, which is about to be out of the picture in a minute. Right? YouTube is going to be gone. What happened to your ministry? What happened to your sole purpose for being an Israelite? So you could get views and likes. Or sell your merchandise. Right? The men of the Lord, the true watchmen, right? They see the component parts. And what we see about those component parts, we see them all coming together. we see them inching slowly and slowly and slowly together so that they make the whole. And this is what they don't want, right? This devil thinks he's smarter than us. We're surrounded, okay? They're surrounding Masada right now. They're surrounding you, Jakes. You don't even know it. They're sliding their legislation and their laws into place so that when they come after you, you'll never know that they were coming. All right? Now we'll get this. 2 Corinthians 4 and 8. We are troubled on every side. Now, who is we? All right? We, first, is Israel. And I have to qualify and quantify this, right? Esau's going to sit down way over there where he can't hear me. Go ahead, Esau. Sit your ass down. Yeah, sit down out of earshot this time. You don't want to hear this truth. This fool's taking straight Ginsus. Smoking him some weed now. But we is talking about the elect of Israel. And I'm going to show you why. 2 Corinthians 4 and 8. We are troubled on every side, yet not distressed. What do you mean, yet not distressed? We know. The men of the Lord, the true watchmen, we know where this thing is going. Okay? We understand that Jacob's trouble is here. We understand that in order to make it to the kingdom, we have to endure until the end. Okay? So we're waiting. We want that. We want that smoke. We want that motherfucking smoke. We want it. We're hastening the day, if you will. Because we can't get to the kingdom without going through hell, without being tested and refined as the golden wedge of Ophir. All right? We understand that. Okay? So we're not distressed. Why? Because we understand the promises. We understand the strong tower. We understand who's going to be out here catching hell and who they're actually going to, right, be able to subdue. Right? These devils, they're going to be able to take down a whole bunch of Jakes. Which Jakes? The ones that the Most High, right, has slated, that is delivering up to these devils. That's his way of punishing Jake, if you will. Right? He's going to deliver you into the hands of this devil. Therefore, you can't see, right, these troubles that are coming. Oh, Jacob's trouble is gay. Oh, the MOTB is not the sea hit. Okay? You're under that strong delusion thinking that everything is going to be okay. It's not going to be okay. Not even for the true men of the Lord. It's not going to be, it'll be okay in the end, but hey, guess what? You're going to scarcely make it. What does that mean? That means everybody's about to catch hell. If you don't understand this about the grand scheme, the grand scheme is this: everybody's going to be judged. The elect are going to be judged, and if you're judged worthy, right? Which you will be. If you're of the elect, you're going to be judged worthy. All right? But you're going to be judged. All right? So, I'll read it again. 2 Corinthians 4 and 8. We are troubled on every side, yet not distressed. We are perplexed, but not in despair. Persecuted, but not forsaken. Cast down, but not destroyed. What does that mean? That means that some of us have 100% truth. And if you have 100% truth, you're able to focus on what you must do in order to endure until the end. Okay? Don't take the C hip. Don't make it okay. See, when you say that the MOTB is not the C hip, you're making it okay to take it. Like Johanna. Oh, go take the shot. What? What? You just made it okay. And when you put those two things together, Johanna, it's okay to take the shot, and the MOTB is not the chip, the C-hip, Salak. Put those two things together. The MOTB is not the C-hip, and take the shot. Put them both together, what does that mean? Take the C-hip. It's okay. Guess what? Nate and them did the same thing. What did Nate and them do? Nate and them went down, and it was testing. It wasn't actually the whole shot. But they went down, hey, let's make a video and a film about us going down and testing and making this bullshit okay. They made a video about it. So what is, and that combined with the MOTB is not the C-hip. Put those two things together and what do you got? It's okay to take the C-hip because it's not the MOTB. Esau got a problem. Esau the devil got a problem. Anyway. This is what we're dealing with right now. You can't see the forest for the trees, which is an old saying. But here's the point. You have to be able to see what is at the door. All right? What is at the door? FEMA. Coming to get you. Okay? Men of the Lord are like that. Hey, if FEMA knocks on my door, what do? Well, you do this. Agree with thine adversary quickly. You go down to the camp, the F camp, right? And you have your hope and faith that you'll be delivered. Now I'll read this again. Go back to 8. 2 Corinthians 4 and 8. We are troubled on every side, yet not distressed. Hey, they knock on the door. What's the worst case scenario? All right? The worst case scenario is this. Let's start from the back and work our way to the front. Revelation 20 and 4. And I saw thrones, and they sat upon them, and judgment was given unto them. And I saw the souls of them that were beheaded for the witness of Yahushua, and for the word of the Most High, which had not worshipped the beast, neither his image, neither had received his charagma upon their foreheads or in their hands. And they lived and reigned with Hamashiach 1,000 years. Okay? So it mentioned beheading. Let's finish that up. There's your beheading. Where? Where's that going to take place? Revelation 2 and is it 9? 2 and 10. Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that ye may be tried. And ye shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death, unto the guillotine, and I will give thee a crown of life. So if you start all the way at the back, which is, what's the worst case scenario? Knock, knock, knock. Come with me. Go. Don't run. Don't struggle. It's a test. You get in this line. What's God's name? You get in this line. The line that leads to the blade. Hey, stick your head in there. Why? Because we're not distressed. We understand the promises. All the way up to the blade, right? Head in there. Looking down at the basket full of heads and blood. Guess what? That thing break down. These things are electronic. You don't know what's going to happen between then and there. All right? Same as Abraham sacrificing Isaac. This nigga was like, wait. He just got, wait. This is the time that we're in. Okay? So that's starting at the back. The worst case scenario is get your head chopped off. Okay? So be it. Riding $3,000 bikes, laying back on. That's the time we're in. What time? The guillotine, the knock on the door, the camp is all part of this devil, his scheme. Okay? That's what it means to be a prepper. What does it mean to be a prepper? What are you prepping for? Prepping for Jacob's trouble. So you got some people out here stocking up food. That ain't going to get you through. Really, you're stocking up. You see, everybody's stocking food right now. And in the spirit, what is that? What does it mean that everybody, see, because 5 years ago, 10 years ago, you put up some rice and beans, right? And you did it every other 5 years, you know. Not one big stock, but that one, we did away with that. We ate it or whatever. But in this last 3 years, everybody, even everybody on the face of the earth, not just Babylon, right? But everybody, China was told, stock up this amount of food. All of these different countries were told, you need 6 months worth of food because of what is coming. So suddenly, in these last days, right, in the last 2 to 3 years, everybody in that country went and said, oh shit, before the shelves are bare. And see, that's normal now because we're this close to them using food as a weapon, which is one of those compartments, all right? Now everybody's got a little stash, right? And some of those stashes, when the shit goes down, when the chaos ensues, they're going to be going after those little caches. Oh, I know you got a stash here. Everybody does, right? And they're going to go through that. Some stashes are going to be bigger than others, and some are going to remain hidden. For who? Most High did that. So when it says, my servant shall eat, Most High just got left here. You're going to be a robot out there. You're going to be a pilgrim. Most High can have a remote control on you. You're going to go like this. Go this way, this way. And you're going to be like, I want to go that way. I'm going to open up the door or fall through a trap door like on the road. You understand? The Most High did that. Everybody went and put a little food over here. Somebody hid something over there, and your ass is going to stumble upon it. All right? That's what it means to be a prepper. This is the prepper's handbook. Okay? But guess what? Very few. It's unlocked. It's unsealed to a very select few people. Right? Namely, the prophets of the Most High, who the Most High put the Spirit on to come out and warn the people. And here we are out here doing it. We're doing just that. Letting you know how close we are to the end of this thing. All right? So don't worry. If you ain't got nothing, hey, you ain't supposed to have nothing. You're supposed to have that hope and faith that the Most High is guiding you. Right? So you ain't going to have nothing to worry about. Because you might have some shit right now, but eventually that shit is going to dwindle away until you ain't got a damn thing. And then, right? And then, you ain't got a damn thing, but you got that hope and faith and guidance. All right? This is the way. You're going to hear a voice behind you saying, this is the way. Walk ye in it. Right? And you're going to fall through the trap door. It's going to be a shower, hot water, a little oasis in the middle of nowhere. Little tiny hiding place from the wind for a whole minute. We go back to 2 Corinthians. Yeah, Esau was trying to flex. He walked by, he was trying to flex his arm like he was, and I know it's the spirit, but do what you got to do, boy. Do what you got. I might look old, but I will definitely defend myself. And in defending, right? In defending, he will fly over. What is that? Look at that. That's the spirit. Let the Spirit have his way. Will defend Jerusalem. Okay, let's going into the chariots. Isaiah 31:5. As birds flying. It's all about the chariots. So will the Lord of hosts defend Jerusalem, defending also he will deliver it, and passing over, he will preserve it. Okay? This is the American Standard Version. As birds hovering, woo! Birds don't hover. Only one bird hovers, right? Who's that? That's the hummingbird. The hummingbird can hover. Other birds have to go and stop. They go forward. They can't. To hover, what does it mean to hover? It means to float upon the air. And the hummingbird is the only bird that can do that. So this is talking about them chariots. When you see that word hovering, is talking about them chariots, because chariots hover. All right, and you got moved. Right, the Spirit of the Lord moved over the deep. All right, that word moved goes back to hover, speaking of the chariots. All right, that was Genesis. That was Genesis 1 and 3, I believe. Let's see, in defending, protect, he will shield. I was looking for something specific. But that's the point. Anyway, the chariots are going to be doing the protecting. The chariots are going to be doing the defending, right? Like the chariots right now encampeth around him who fears the Lord. And that word encampeth goes directly to the camp. The chariots are part of the camp. So there's nothing that the fucking devil can do about it. He can want to harm you, right? He could go get his little weapon, right, and try to shoot at you, and it'll misfire or backfire. Hey, the angels aren't playing, right? The angels make you stick the barrel in your own mouth and do yourself, right? Because this is not a game. Yeah, the devil just passed back by. He's trying to wave his little flag in front of my face right now. I'm like, nigga, you have no clue what you're talking about. So anyway, back to the matter at hand, all right? We're surrounded, as in Masada. All right? We are troubled on every side. That means we're surrounded. Right? They got us surrounded. We're their target. And now, they're they're closing in on every side. They're closing in on us. And their objective is to capture us. Jake is bugged the fuck out. Jake got to get high, and then them demons on him. He's out there proclaiming in Spanish. I have no clue what he's saying. So, to know the enemy's battle plan, that's half the battle. See, we're going to win. Here's what's going on. We're going to win. Sometimes being captured, sometimes you want to be captured. And the Most High wants some of us to be captured. Okay? The Most High wants us to stand before magistrates. Why? In order to stand before that magistrate, they got to come and knock on your door, cuff you, take you downtown, and stand you before the judge. Okay? They're going to stand you before the judge. Then what happens? They're going to ask you a question, and what are you going to do? What are you going to say? You're going to say exactly what the Most High wants you to say. You're going to be on full autopilot while the Most High speaks, uses you as his vessel for his voice. You are the voice of the Most High at that moment. He's speaking through you and telling this devil straight to his face, right, what it is that the Most High wants him to know. All right? So, if that's your mission, right, if that is the mission that the Most High has given you, what can you do? You're going to do exactly what the Most High got you doing. Man's goings are of the Lord. All right? So, when that knock comes, understand, oh, well, it's my lot to go speak on behalf. If you look at it in the proper fashion, oh, well, they came to get me. No. That's despair. It says, we are not in despair. We understand somebody's got to go stand before the judge and speak on behalf of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. Somebody got to be in the line for the blade and be a martyr for Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. All right? Some brothers are going to go untouched. You're going to catch hell, but when it's time to be beamed up, you're going to be alive. I made it. Okay? And we all wish that last example was us. But if not, it's still a win. Okay? You got to take one for the team. Right? Because you want that trophy. This ain't everybody gets a goddamn trophy. No. Okay, we're going to win, but some of us are going to be sacrificed, but you're on the winning team. Okay? You have to see the big picture in this thing. All right? Here comes this devil, got us surrounded. Hey, we're going to win. What do I have to do? I'm going to play my position, right? 35 dive, right? You might get stuffed right here at the line of scrimmage. What are we doing? We're running out the clock. Clock's still running. There was no pass. Nobody's out of bounds. The clock's still running. 35 dive. Bump. Take your time getting back to the huddle. Too much time. It was first and goal. We're good. Okay? Everybody's got to play their part. And there's nothing greater than seeing the look of despair on the fucking devil's face. There's nothing he can do. Yeah, you mad. Nothing greater. I was watching the New York camp, the small faction where the brother Amawanga Bar and the brother that was part of the original Banawar, right? Not a war, but the other brother who was firmly rooted. You can see. And the little Edomite came up and he was doing his little song and dance until he had to get the fuck up out of there. But it's nothing better than to see the devil squirm, right? Because this word is killing it. There's nothing greater than that. All-powerful Edomite, Idumean, right? Who is the God of the earth. There's nothing greater in the world than seeing this devil squirm, knowing that his time is short. I think I'm gonna move out of the sun because this glare that comes on this camera is terrible. I'm gonna bring it back over here. That and whatever other reason. Okay, so. All right, Salakia. Now I gotta have my 360 vision on while I stand guard at the camp. I got my reader, I got my speaker, I got post, right? But I know as birds flying, right, that the angel of the Lord encampeth, and defending also will he deliver it. Okay? And this is if you walk in this word, okay, you got to be immersed in this word when the knock comes. You got to be immersed in the word as you surrender. You can't get away. You can't take this devil down. You can't run. Run where? We're surrounded. What are your instructions? Okay? All right? Fools despise wisdom and instruction. So here's your instruction. All right? Agree with your adversary quickly. What's next? You get cuffed. You get stuffed. They stuff you in. They take you downtown. And then they're going to take you before judges and kings and magistrates. And they're going to say, what have you to say for yourself? You stand up and you say, Call halal Yahal B'Hashem Yahushua B'Hashem Rakal Kadash Barakatham Barakatha. Right? And at that very moment, the Most High is going to put his words in your mouth, and you speak on behalf of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. Right? And when you know all of this, right, you rehearse that. There's the knock. What now? Don't run. Don't despair. Right? Be looking. Be looking for what? For that way to escape. All right? The Most High is not going to put more on you than you can handle, but will provide a way to escape. All right? After you've agreed with, don't run when them motherfuckers, stop right there, okay. Come out with your hands up. Do you run? That's not your way to escape. Your way to escape is after you've said the words that the Most High wanted you to deliver. You've got a job to do. Most High wants you to speak on his behalf. After you've delivered the message, then he's going to put the Spirit on the judge to say, let this nigga go, or put him in line number 2, the cutting line. Hey, that might be your way to escape. All right? Getting your head chopped off is a good thing. I just read it. If you got your head chopped off, where's the good in that? I saw them that were beheaded. It says, I'm going to go straight to it. And I saw the souls of them. Wait. I'll start at the top. Revelation 24. And I saw thrones. We're in the throne room. Okay? This is the reward for getting your head chopped off, or for completing the mission, if you will. If your mission was to go speak on behalf of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, then get in line number 2 and get your head chopped off, you completed your course. You finished your course. That was your lot. Are you cool with it, or do you want to argue with the Most High, who is a just God? My phone get hot in the sun and shut down, so I'm going to prevent that. All right? So, we're in the throne room. All right? Revelation 24. And I saw thrones, and they sat upon them. And judgment was given unto them. And connecting you with those that judgment was given unto them, that were sitting on the thrones, putting you in the same lot as them. Okay? And I saw the souls of them that were beheaded for the witness of Yahweh Shai, and for the word of the Most High, and which had not worshipped the beast, neither his image, neither had received his charagma upon their foreheads or in their hands. And they lived and reigned with Hamashiach 1,000 years. What does it mean to reign? It means you're a king. A king has a reign. So you were crowned a king. Where's that crown at? What do you mean? Crown. Where did the crown come in? Well, the crown came in at your death. When your head fell into that basket, you received a crown. Revelation 2 and 10. Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that ye may be tried. And ye shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful until death. When your head falls into that basket, and I will give thee a crown of life. Crown of life. Lived and reigned. Life, lived. Crown, king. Okay? Put them together. Be thou faithful until death. Head falls in the basket. Beheaded. And I will give thee a crown, king, of life. Lived. Living. Okay? Back to 20. We'll do it in reverse. And I saw the souls of them that were beheaded Head falls in the basket. For the witness of Yahushua, for the word of the Most High, which had not worshipped the beast, neither his image, nor had received his charagma upon their foreheads or in their hands. And they lived of life, crown of life, the life of a king, lived and reigned, kingship, with a Mashiach 1,000 years. Okay, so there's the head falling in the basket. There's the kingship and the crown. They lived and reigned. There's the crown, kingship. Right? With a Mashiach 1,000 years. Crown of life. What does it mean to live? Right? The breath of life. Really, it means that new covenant. What's the new covenant? That upgrade. All right? That upgrade is part of the promises that we're striving. We're striving to get these promises. All right, so back to, we're surrounded. All right, you got to be prepared. All right, again, the prepping handbook is right here, that none of the wicked will understand. So these so-called preppers, oh, Canadian prepper, oh, New York prepper, who is an Ephraimite. I don't think Nate, the Canadian prepper, I think that's an Edomite. Just like Demcad. Demcad professes to be some sort of prepper, but Demcad is a damn Edomite. That's a tear, okay? Are they preppers? They don't know nothing about this. Are they prepared? No. What they're doing is they're part of the Most High's plan, in that they're selling dehydrated food, making sure that it's in the places where we're going to stumble upon it. That's their lot. Are they going to make it? They don't know nothing. They don't know. And it's not that they don't know or haven't seen the men of the Lord. You could tell which of these people, like this dude, Bjorn, this Norway dude, the heathen hangout and all of that. I watch him. Keep my eye on him. Why does he call himself a heathen and the heathen hangout? Because he knows he's not one of us. He's mad. He's listening to us. He's watching us. They watch us like we watch them. Okay? And they know. They understand. A lot of these preppers, they understand what is coming. Why? Because they're watching us. And although they don't agree with it, they know that by what we're saying and seeing what is going on in the world, they know that we're dead on point, and they're scared. They're so scared. Oh, I'm a heathen. Yeah. Why would a motherfucker call himself a heathen? Because they're watching us. Oh, I'm not an Israelite, I'm a heathen. Right? And we didn't say that all white people are heathens. You might, Bjorn, your motherfucking ass might be one of us. Right? But you don't, I don't know if you have the Spirit. I don't think so. Okay, I don't think so. But he's pretty even-keeled. He doesn't come out and say certain things, but every now and then you'll see one of these so-called preppers say some shit that you know that they were watching us. You watching the Israelites. Right? Even Paul and Adrian. This nigga, he watches us. Right? And some of them, they can't get around. What you'll do, when you're watching Israelites, you'll gravitate to the things that you agree with, whether it's the truth or not. If you don't want, right, like GOCC, well, why, the Edomites can make it up. I hate all the Israelites, but this one right here I can deal with, right? Just like Vocab Malone, you got people, right, that agree with Vocab because they hope and pray that what we're saying is not the truth. So they champion Vocab. Vocab is their champion, right? And they're praying that somehow he can be right. When obviously and clearly he's wrong, right? And getting cut up left and right. But he's still out there and giving them hope, right? And he's supposed to do that. Vocab, people like Nate and Johanna are no better than Vocab, because you're lying to the people too. But hey, a little leaven leaveneth the whole lump. All you got to do is say the MOTB is not the C-hip. You're in league with Vocab. You're deceiving the people just like Vocab is. Vocab wants to be a rapper. He wants to be famous, right? He wants to be somebody, so much so that he'll go up against the truth. You got niggas in the truth claiming to be Israelites with T-shirts with fringes on them, but what's more important than all of that is their new rap record that's coming out, or that how tough you look standing, holding post with an AK with a modified stock. Oh, I have my Draco out in full view. I'm somebody out here. That's worse than the Black Panthers. We know what happened to the Black Panther. We know how they came about. Esau put them out there. All right? What good did that do? I just saw that thing where, what's this nigga's name? The guy trying to build a school. He's saying that Dr. King didn't die when they shot him. They took him to the hospital, and then they all spit on him, and then they put a pillow over his face, and then they killed him that way. And a nurse saw the whole thing and reported it, right? I saw that, which sounds about true. That's how this devil operates. Hey now. Good, you guys. Do y'all know you're Israelites? Look at her. Do y'all know you're Israelites?
No, sir.
Okay, what's your nationality?
Tigrayan.
I beg your pardon?
Tigrayan.
So you're from Africa?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so do you know that there's a difference between an Israelite and an African?
No, I did not.
Do you believe in God?
Yes, sir.
You believe in Jesus?
Yes, sir.
What color was Jesus?
I personally believe my skin tone.
Okay, well, that's what the Bible says.
Yeah.
Now, what was his nationality?
Was it Hebrew?
He was a Hebrew what?
I'm not too sure.
Okay, he's a Hebrew Israelite.
Okay.
Okay, who from the tribe of Judah. There's 12 tribes. Okay, now, they live up, during the time of Jesus, they were living in Jerusalem up in Israel, right? And then what happens, the Romans, right, who are the so-called white men, they ran up on them, and what did them black people do? They ran down into Africa to hide among people that look like them, okay? And then the Africans over there, right, they said, well, what, we came down in there with our book saying, hey, we're better than everybody, we're God's chosen people, right? Africans got tired of that, so what did they do? They rounded us up, right? Put us on them boats, and that's how we ended up over here. Now, over in Africa right now, there's still a bunch of Israelites living amongst the Africans, looking just like them. So here's my question to you. Which one are you? How about you, sis? Are you from Africa too? Are you? Okay, so here's what I'm saying. There's a bunch of Israelites living among the Africans, Okay? Your family is from Africa, or because the way you're speaking to me, it sounds like you were born here. Okay. Okay, but all right. So, am I an African?
I would think so.
Okay, because we look alike.
Yeah.
Okay, so if I stood a Chinese man right here and a Japanese, are they the same people?
They're Asian.
But are they the same people?
No.
Okay, they look alike,
Yeah.
but they're not the same.
Yeah.
Chinese man be mad if you call him a Japanese. He'll be ready to fight.
Yeah.
Okay, and that's what I'm saying. Just because you look alike doesn't mean you're the same people. Now, what I'm doing is I'm trying to poke at you and test your spirit to see if your spirit is mad at what I'm saying. Okay? Because if you believe in God, you understand God has a chosen people, right? Who are God's chosen people?
That I don't know. All of us, I was assuming.
Okay, is Jesus God's son? Is he the son of God?
Yeah.
Okay, if he's the son of God and he's an Israelite,
Yeah.
wouldn't Jesus be one of God's chosen people?
Yeah.
Okay, so isn't it the Israel? Okay, have you ever heard this? God is the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Have you ever heard that?
Yeah, I have.
Okay, Jacob's name was changed to Israel.
Okay.
So God is the God of the Israel. If God is the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob's name was changed to Israel, God is the God of the Israelites. Okay. Now, is he the God of the Africans? See, okay, do you know the story of Noah and the flood?
And the Noah Ark? Not
Noah's
the
Ark.
flood,
Noah had 3 sons,
Yeah.
Ham, Shem, and Japheth. I know I'm taking up your time. I'm sorry.
No, that's all right.
Because this is the most important thing in the whole world.
Yeah.
Okay? Noah had 3 sons, Ham, Shem, and Japheth. Okay? The ones that they call the Africans came out of Noah's son Ham. The ones that they call the Israelites came out of a whole different son.
Okay.
He came out of Shem, where you get the term anti-Semite is actually anti-Shemite. So the Africans in Africa, they know this. They know that they are not the people that went over on slave ships. They call them cotton pickers. Akata. Have you ever heard that? Akata?
Never.
That comes from Africa. That's what they call us over here. If a true African came from you came from Africa over here?
Me, yeah, when I was 3.
Okay, so you didn't know that. Ask your mom and dad.
All right.
Right? What is a kata?
Yeah.
I don't think they would know.
Were they born and raised here?
No, they were from Africa.
They're from East Africa,
They're
though.
from East Africa. I don't know if that
So-
makes a difference.
Well, a lot of us are in West Africa.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
what I was thinking.
Okay, but we're all over. We're all over.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, back to Israelites. Okay. God's chosen are the Israelites, so the Africans don't fall into that. Okay. Where is the country Egypt? What continent?
Africa.
It's in Africa, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, in ancient Egypt, during the time of Moses and the Exodus and all of that,
Yeah.
who were the slaves in Egypt?
I'm not too sure.
Moses was he was a Hebrew Israelite. First, he was living in the palace with Pharaoh, as Pharaoh's grandson, and then he found out I'm not really an Egyptian.
Yeah.
I'm an Israelite.
Yeah.
So God said, what you're going to do is you're going to take my people that are in slavery under the Egypt. The slaves to the Egyptians were the Israelites, looking exactly the same. Moses thought he was an Egyptian until he found out he was an Israelite. And then he got all the slaves and led them out of Egypt, right? Okay. And the reason that they were serving slavery in Egypt is because they were God's chosen people and they weren't keeping God's laws. So God punished them. That's what happened to us here in America, which is also spiritual Egypt. What happened to us here? We're over here, we're the slaves over here. Okay. And God did that to his chosen people because they wouldn't keep his commandments. You understand? This is how we know who the Israelites are. And it's all in this book. Okay? So, Here's my challenge to you and your beautiful family, okay? Because here's what's coming. To people, you might not even be. You might be an African, you might not. You might be an Israelite. But all people that look like us, guess what this white man is about to do? Guess what he's about to do? He's about to round us up, right? First of all, if you can see, you see World War III happening right now?
Yeah.
Okay, that's in here,
Yeah.
all right? They're creating a famine, taking all the food away. They're not letting the food come into the ports,
Yeah.
right? They're not letting the trucks move and stuff like that. So they're creating a famine, and you're going to have to know how to feed your family when they're switching the money from dollars into digital.
Yeah.
All right? They're going to require that you put a microchip in your hand in order to buy and sell food. And all of that is in the Bible. And that's happening right now, and it's going to be happening quicker and quicker. Okay? This involves the welfare of your family. Okay? So, and the spirit that's on both of you, see, I'm checking your spirit right now. I think you're Israelites, because if you were not an Israelite, you would have left a long time ago and you would be arguing with what I'm saying. Your spirit would be totally against this truth. You understand? And your spirit, you got the spirit of an Israelite on you. I've been doing this for 14 years, so I know. You know, and even our own people, Israelites, stand here and cuss me out and want to fight.
Yeah.
You understand? Because not all of our people agree with this truth. But I challenge you, okay, to dig into your family history, okay, and ask some questions. Ask your parents some questions. What's this about Africans and Israelites in Africa? And right? Dig into that a little bit.
Okay.
And go. So you're not an African American.
I mean, I guess by definition, I'm an American citizen, but I
Right.
came as a refugee from Africa.
The spirit on you is the spirit of an Israelite. I'm telling you right now. Okay? Now, and here's how I want you to study. I want you to go onto YouTube. This is the most important thing in the world.
Okay.
Okay? This is how you protect your family.
Okay.
Go to YouTube and you type this in. African Americans are Israelites.
Yeah.
Got your phone?
Yeah.
Do it right now.
May I ask your name?
My name is Yashawan. My Hebrew name is Yashawan. My mom named me Jeff.
Okay.
Okay?
Nice to meet you. My
Nice.
name is Jonathan.
Jonathan?
Yes, sir.
That's like John.
Jonathan. Yeah, I think it's a Hebrew version.
It's,
Actually.
see, well, now what is that? That's the spirit. Yakananan
Yeah.
is how you say it in the ancient Hebrew.
How do
So,
you say it?
Yawakanan,
Oh wow.
Yakananan,
Oh wow. Okay.
or Yakanan.
Yakana, I didn't know that.
Okay.
What should I search here on YouTube?
Say it again.
What should I search on YouTube?
African Americans
African Americans. African Americans
are
are
Israelites. Israel. ITES. Okay. And you can see all of these different camps, brothers standing in garments like what I'm wearing.
Yeah.
Scroll. See all of this?
Yeah.
I'll let you guys do. See, Kendrick is
Yeah, Mr. Lamar.
Kodak is
Okay.
okay, so they're pushing it out there.
Okay.
Now you see the Most High brought you. I saw you guys way over there. I'm like, they ain't coming by. Came by. I'm like, let me say this, and now here we are. Okay, so now when you're watching, watch all of these things and let the Spirit guide you.
Okay.
Okay, but remember this, all right? There are all these different doctrines within this, what you see here. GMS, say GMS.
GMS.
Okay, GMS stands for Great Millstones. Say Great Millstone.
Great Millstone.
Great Millstone. That is the way. So out of all the things that you watch and study, remember this, Great Millstone.
Okay. I appreciate you. You have a good one.
You guys be careful
Thank you.
out here. And study. When you study Great Millstone, it's going to show you everything that's coming and what to prepare for and how to navigate through this thing.
Okay.
Okay?
I appreciate you.
All right, brother.
Thank
you guys take it easy. Good job. Hey, good job. Hey, this is a family of Israelites.
Yes, thank
Okay? Even though you're from Africa,
Yeah.
all right? Look, you guys are beautiful,
Appreciate it.
all right? Beautiful. Beautiful family. Spirit was dead on. All right, so let me look at this thing. Salakia. Hey, teaching, this is what we're out here to do, is teach, show the people. Wow, okay. Beautiful family, man. Beautiful family. See, so it goes both ways. It's not just the so-called white man is the devil all day. Uh, we don't like no stinking ass Hamites neither, right? And he just did have he had what? He had two girls, one in the stroller. Am I wrong? And a beautiful wife, both from Africa and don't know the difference. And I made him pull out his phone. I'm like, look, how are you gonna, you gotta be afraid. How are you gonna, and see, this is how I came into the truth. I actually came into the truth before I got this girl pregnant. But, as I'm coming into the truth, I fuck around and I get this girl pregnant. She's all, I'm having it. I'm like, huh? And I'm like, well, how the hell am I gonna how am I gonna protect my family with the shit that's coming on the world right now, right? And that becomes a factor. And what happens is you quickly understand that you can't do a damn thing, that your family is probably gonna be split up when you come into the truth. But that's the only way to save them. The only way your family has a chance for salvation is if you man the fuck up, right? Lose them, go through straight hell, be tested, stand firm. You're their only hope, right? And that's what I'm trying to convey to the brother who I have to say, he fielded everything. He fielded everything that I threw at. I was trying to get him, trying to rattle him, and he's like, thank you for that information. I'm like, and I have to tell you that your spirit was on point, right? They stopped and they engaged. So that was supposed to happen, right? Anyway, I believe my job is done at this point. So here we are. We're warning them. All right. We're still out here. We're doing what we do. The Wada Yahweh Yahweh Shai for continuing to, put your spirit on me to come out here and do whatever your will, whatever it be that you will me to do, and call halal Yahweh Shem Shai. Take not away from me thy Holy Spirit, Baba Kasha, Baba Kasha, Baba Kasha. It's moments like that, right, where everything works right. There's no argument and, the tension or whatever, and that's that balance. I'm ready to, defend myself against the motherfucking devil out here acting a goddamn fool, all up in my space. I'm like, nigga, you knew out here. It's your first day, huh? I know my people out here. I know who's out here. I get along with my brethren out here. They know who I am. They're like, there you go. There go that clown over there. He out here again? He don't even have to be out here. I'm like, I'm out here with y'all. I'm out here doing this for y'all, for my people. And then the devil comes up and sits down. I'm like, it's your first day out here. What are you doing? You come and sit right in front of me, ear hustling? Nigga, I see you. Get used to that. And then, depending on how long, which they don't give They don't give the devil long out here doing this community service. Some of these motherfuckers I've been with for the whole year. All right. Anyway, we'll see. We'll see him next week. All right. He might only have 7 days of community service. So anyway, with that, Ecclesiastes 12 and 13. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear the Most High and keep His commandments, for this is the whole duty of man. All right? And fearing the Most High, keeping His commandments, that's why you see me out here scared as hell. Scared of what is about to happen, right? What the Most High, I'm scared for what the Most High is going to bring. I'm not scared of this devil, but what the Most High is going to bring in what they call Jacob's trouble. Shoot, I'm ready to do what it takes, you know. And I still, my daughter, at this point, right? Because for 13 years now, I've been fighting to be able to, you know, to get her on a chariot, and Lord will, you know, that'll be the case. And if not, then it is what it is, and we keep it moving, right? So this is Philippians 2 and 12. Wherefore, my beloved, as ye have always obeyed, not as in my presence only, but now much more in my absence, work out your salvation. Salaki, work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. All right, and that's what we're out here doing. The Lord willing, the Most High keep the Spirit on me to continue and take not His Holy Spirit away from me. So with that, I'm going to say, all praises due to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Akal Kadash, right? Double honors to the elder apostles and elder bishops of GMS, including the elders that came before them, who taught us this truth. And with that, shalom and salutations to all the brothers out pushing the word of truth and sincerity, the hopeful elect tabernacle of David. All right, shalom.